Did you know that NBA playoff underdogs at +2 or greater, coming off a win that went under the total, are just 186, 250 ATS? That's 42.7% since 1995. That means an NBA dog getting points coming off a win where they played great defense that went under are under 43% against the Vegas number since 1995. Holy smokes. Welcome to Keim's Corner. My name is Jeff Keim here at Wager Talk TV. It is Tuesday, May 26th. In this video, I'm going to be giving you a free best bet and a preview on tonight's Game 5 between the San Antonio Spurs and Oklahoma City Thunder. Before I get there, today's Tuesday. Make sure you check out my picks at wagertalk.com. We're coming off a huge 4% win last night on the Carolina Hurricanes. They got the job done in overtime. That's a second consecutive 3-2 overtime win for the Canes. That maintains home ice advantage. Big win for us there at Wager Talk TV and wagertalk.com. Make sure you come back today. I have two big Major League Baseball plays. It's $5 Tuesdays at wagertalk.com. Each one only $5. They both have blowout written all over them. Look what I've done. I'm on a red-hot 26-11 run. That's plus 37 units, almost 71%. Unbelievable. I'm the number one handicapper at wagertalk.com. Units, win percentage, ROI in 2026. I'm 154 and 104 for over 100 units of net profit. Baseball, don't forget about it. 114 and 71. In Major League Baseball, I am 62%. Over my handicapping career dating back to 2007, I've won 4 handicapping championships on the basis. Don't miss my 2 winners at wagertalk.com. They are $5 each. You can't beat that price. Check it out today. Now, let's get back to what we're really here for, and that's Game 5 between the Spurs and the Thunder. Now, look at Wemby. Game 4, unbelievable. 33 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 blocks. And behind that performance, San Antonio defeated the Thunder 103-82 in Game 4 to tie the series at 2 in the Western Conference Finals. Now, storylines. There's a couple here. The last 2 games, the Spurs have come out red hot. They jumped out to a 23-8 lead in Game 4. And if you remember correctly, in Game 3, they scored the first 15 points in that game. Oklahoma City needs to come out with more passion, more intensity to start Game 5. Now, after shooting over almost 40% from 3, Oklahoma City in the first 3 games of this series, Oklahoma City shot 6 of 33 from beyond the arc in Game 4. Unbelievable. Storyline, San Antonio's defensive adjustments. I read all the quotes. I know it. I watched the game multiple times. They gave Oklahoma City more one-on-one looks, and they prevented a lot of open threes from Oklahoma City. The result, 18% shooting from beyond the arc for Oklahoma City. I'm very impressed with the defensive adjustments that San Antonio made in Game 3. I expect more in Game 4. Let's move on from there. OKC, let's not forget, after a devastating loss, they've also been navigating without 2 of their key ball handlers, and Jalen Williams and AJ Mitchell. So Williams has missed the last 2 games after aggravating his hamstring. That's been an ongoing issue. Mitchell is dealing with a right calf strain that knocked him out of Game 3. They're both day-to-day, according to ESPN. I expect at least one of them to play in this game, if not both. Now, Mitchell is a key. He's averaged nearly 19 points per game in the first 2 rounds in the playoffs this year. They really want to get him back. Now, before I get to my best bet tonight, if you're enjoying this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out, helps Wager Talk TV out. And also include your comments below. I love reading them. I'll try to get engaged this afternoon. Let me know who you like, who you don't like, and what you want me to cover more of going forward on Wager Talk TV. Now, my best bet for May 26th, Tuesday. It's going to be laying the points with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Why? I have 4 technical trends. As you know, I love my technical trends. Here are 4 that support an investment on the Oklahoma City Thunder in Game 5. 1, play on, play off, home favorites off a loss. Simple, right? Since 2003, home favorites coming off a loss are 354, 278, and 8 ATS. That's a 56% winning proposition. Just betting on home favorites coming off a loss in the postseason. Now, since 1997, NBA playoff favorites off a loss are 11, 8, 4. Trend one, play on favorites coming off a loss in the postseason. Technical trend number two, play on teams coming off a loss in a low-scoring affair. I mentioned earlier, San Antonio, incredible defensive adjustments they made in game 4. I expect more in game 5. Why is that significant? Well, their defensive adjustments, they held the Thunder at a 33% shooting overall in game 4. That's important. It was Oklahoma City's second lowest scoring output of this postseason. Now that's important because low scoring game 4s, that is critical. NBA teams coming off a loss that went under the total by more than 23 points are 252, 185, and 6 against the spread. That's 58% when one additional parameter is satisfied. It is in this game. That says play on the Oklahoma City Thunder. That situation is 119.72. That's 62.3% against the spread since 2022. Again, you want to play on teams coming off a loss in a low-scoring game. That was certainly what we got in game 4. Technical trend number 3, very simple. Play on conference finals teams off a loss. Why do we want to do that? Because NBA teams coming off a loss in the conference finals, they are 46, 32, and 1 against the spread, 59% in the conference finals, covering the Vegas number by an average margin of 3.2 points per game. My fourth and final trend, one of my favorites. This one's very strong. Play on game 5 favorites. Why? Game 5 favorites. That would be Oklahoma City. 26-9 straight up and 23-12 against the spread. That's 66% since 2003, including 26-9 straight up, 23-12 ATS. My fourth and final trend for game 5 in the Spurs Thunder game tonight on Tuesday, May 26th. It is one of my favorites. Technical trend number 4, play on game 5 favorites. Why? Because game 5 favorites like Oklahoma City, they're 26-9 straight up and 23-12 against the spread. That's 66% since 2013, including 8-2 straight up and against the spread. That's 80% against the Vegas number. Going back to 2019, that's what we want to do. Target the game 5 favorites in the NBA playoffs. They are 26-9 straight up, 23-12 against the spread. Betting them blindly since 2003, 80% straight up and against the spread since 2019 in the postseason. That is my fourth and final technical trend. My best bet for tonight, Tuesday, May 26th here in game 5. Oklahoma City minus the points. I believe they're laying 5.5 is the consensus number in the marketplace. Lay it tonight in game 5. Thank you for watching me on Wager Talk TV, Oskeim Sports. If you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe. Thumbs up. I like the video. If you like the video, and comment below. I'll be checking out your comments later. Let me know who you like, who you don't like, what you want me to cover more of, and why you agree or disagree with me. Thank you again for watching Keim's Corner. I will see you next time.